Welcome to Martinsville, the .5 mile paperclip of terror, as I like to call it. 34 drivers have lined up on the grid to take on this small racetrack. They'll be making 1,000 sharp turns today around Martinsville. Unlike its counterpart, Bristol Motor Speedway, this place has short corners and long straightaways compared to Bristol's short straightaways and long corners. The key here is to hug that bottom line, and unlike Bristol where you can run that outside line, you're going to want to be on that bottom line constantly. If you get out of that groove, you're going to be freight trained right to the back of the line. Let's take a look at the drivers to watch for today. We start with Kevin Harvick, who is on the pole. Qualifying was rain delayed, so the starting lineup is based on regular season point standings. And with the runs he's shown this year, Harvick on the pole having the most points so far this season. Martin Truex, 3 wins on the season. He'll roll off from the 5th position. He hasn't been the best car in any of his wins this year, but he's been the best car pretty much the whole weekend. So can the 78 team finally be the best car in win today in Martinsville? Let's see what Truex has. He's won at Martinsville before. We'll see if he can do it again. Joey Logano has ran well at Martinsville, almost won this race 2 years ago. Rolls off from the 6th position. The Daytona 500 winner looks to finally show a bright spot in his season. Hasn't done that since Daytona. The 22 rolls off 6th. And Jimmy Johnson, one of the worst starts to the season he's ever had. He's going to roll off deep in the field today. He's won at Martinsville before. Let's see if the 48 can get back to winning ways. So Johnson will have to start mid-pack, but he knows how to start from the back and get to the front very quickly. Engines are fired and the cars are about to roll off a pit road. So let's take a look at your STP 500 starting lineup. Alright, I'm just going to cut to the chase right here. The starting lineup will not be here. Just go look at the last video if you want the starting lineup. Except for Truex and Logano. Let's do the regular season point standings like I said earlier. And also, I got a new computer, so I didn't have enough time to do the starting lineup. And also, the next 2 races aren't going to be races at all. I'm just going to post the results and the point standings due to me going on vacation for 2 weeks. And I'm not going to be posting a lot at all the next 2 weeks. So just wanted to give you a heads up and just wanted to let you know before. But enjoy the race. Green flag, we're racing in Martinsville. As they come through, oh no, spinner! And that is Ty Dillon in the 13, who has gone around right in front of the leader, Kyle Busch. But everyone was able to avoid. Let's take a look at what happened to the 13. Looks like the Benedetto on his inside just made some contact with the left rear corner panel. And 1 tap he was there, and that was definitely 2 or 3 taps right there. And around went Ty Dillon. Good job by Greg Gaulding and, of course, Kyle Busch to avoid the incident. As Truex trying to get their car around in turn 3. And that is Ryan Newman in the 31. Let's take a look at what happened to Newman. On the inside of Johnson, and looks like Stenhouse may have gotten into the back of the 31 of Ryan Newman right there, which sent him around. Yeah, definitely some contact. A little bit of damage to Jimmy Johnson, but he'll be able to continue. So will Ryan Newman. Kyle Busch will take stage 1. Truex tried to lead a late charge, but it just wasn't enough. Logano, Hamlin, Keselowski falling back to 5th. Harvick, Blaney, Boyer, Elliott, and Kurt Busch all nabbing points. Welcome back to Martinsville. The 15 of Ross Chastain has gone around. As you see, just got loose going into turn number 1. This was over the break, but luckily he got it spun right around immediately. Just some 4 tires for the 15. He'll be able to continue in this race. But not the best start in your first ever VCS race for the 15 of Ross Chastain. Martin Truex will take stage 2. And this time, Truex able to get the stage win over Keselowski, Logano, Kyle Busch, and it really didn't take Truex that long to get to the front and start to dominate. Caution for debris with 156 laps to go. Can Keselowski get to the 18? Car around and into the wall is the 25 of Cody Ware, who looks like has blown a left rear tire on that 25. Came into the corner out of the groove, and that's exactly what happened. Made some contact, very minor contact though, with the outside wall. In fact, he's on pit road, and they're making repairs to the number 25 of Cody Ware. But his first start at Martinsville not going well. Brad Keselowski will win at the paperclip. And a late pass on Kyle Busch for the race lead with 28 laps to go. And Keselowski will burn it down. This one fueled by Sunoco, fueling victories all season long. So a solid win for Keselowski and the two teams as they get the victory today over Truex, Kyle Busch, Logano, and Denny Hamlin. Kevin Harvick fell back to 8th there. Late Clint Boyer getting his best finish of the season. See guys like Elliott, Almirola just outside the top 10. Almirola's had a really good season, as well as Paul Menard. And these guys finished all multiple laps down. Guys like David Reagan, who got that speeding penalty. And then the rookies, guys like Bowman and DiBenedetto and Byron, they all struggled. And then here's the last page. Jimmy Johnson had overheating issues and went to the garage. Here are the point standings, though. Harvick's still on top. The top 4, it's how they are ranked in the regular season. So Keselowski has moved up in the second. Of course, he's third, Kyle Busch being with more points. And Eric Jones now has the final cutoff spot over Ryan Newman by just 2 points, as seen here on this final slide. Sorry, the names are really small. But you see guys like Jimmy Johnson, 23rd in points. Very surprising. But like I said, the next race is just going to be simply the results and the point standings. And that's going to be from the Pennzoil 400 coming out on Tuesday. This is ASC. Sorry for all of the chaos that is happening. Signing off.